Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. It's Brandon. I'm going to attempt to do a full day of eating video. A lot of you guys have requested this. I don't know if I'll be able to actually follow through. It's easier to do it in the morning. At night, typically I get a little bit lazy when it comes to doing these videos as far as remembering to record the food. So I'm gonna try my best. Today is a training day for me. I already went to the gym. This is gonna be my first meal of the day. I typically eat after training. I train fasted. There's no benefit to doing so other than it's just really convenient for me. Now, today being a training day and being on par with my diet with Mark Lobliner, my training day intake is usually around 2,700 calories. A lot of you guys have been asking me about my diet with Mark. Off day intakes around 2,300 to 2,400 calories. Then I have a refeed day once a week, which is more around 3,300 calories. So it varies quite a bit. I do also want to point out this sweet shirt that I'm rocking, this tank top. Macho Man Randy Savage, dig it! Props to my sister for sending me this. If you guys follow me on Facebook or Instagram, you probably saw this already. It's a pretty sweet tank top, I gotta say. So first meal of the day, let's take a look over here. I'll try to get this in focus as best as I can. So what we have here is we have 2 large eggs. We also have a serving of liquid eggs. This isn't liquid egg whites, just liquid eggs as well. On top of that, we have 3.5 ounces of ham, as well as a handful of spinach. I don't usually measure spinach or other vegetables. I just kind of guesstimate it only because it's really hard to actually weigh it, and it's, for the most part, not really worth anything in terms of macros or calories go. I also have a serving of fresh cut salsa on the top. You guys have seen that plenty of times in my grocery pickup videos. And all of that is on top of a Fiber One 80 calorie wrap. Trying these out, I like them a lot. They're just really small. So with this, I would want to make a breakfast burrito, but I put way too much crap in here, so it's probably gonna be like a breakfast taco instead. I'm sure a lot of it's gonna fall out, and I'm going to have to just kind of deal with it. I also have 2 slices of this Pepperidge Farm pumpkin swirl, pumpkin spice. It's supposed to be a limited time flavor. I don't know if they just do it in the fall, but it is awesome. I also got I think the cinnamon apple or the apple caramel. This bread is great. I think it's about 16 carbs a slice, so it's not really anything too much. My carb intake today is only 230 carbs, so it's not a ton. Normally I'd also have like a big bowl of cereal, but I have a feeling that later today I'm gonna eat some pretty carb heavy meals, so I gotta just keep that into account. Because what I don't wanna do is have a ton of carbs in the morning and then just have to kind of fill in proteins and fat later in the day, because that gets pretty boring and it's kind of difficult to do. So there you go. So that's the first meal of the day. I'll be flashing the macros on the screen just to make it easier. You can also always follow me on MyFitnessPal, although I might not be able to accept your friend request if you send me one, only because I think I'm at the limit. You're only allowed to have like 1,000 friends, and I'm pretty much out there, and I have, I think, like 400 people waiting to be accepted. So sometimes people drop off or they delete their account, and if they do, I try to check that because I try to accept the people that have been waiting for a while. So there you go. We'll talk to you soon. All right, so here's the next meal of the day. I have 2 salmon patties here. I have another one of these Fiber One wraps. I'll probably just cut this up, and I'm gonna be using some Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, probably a serving of this, maybe even less, maybe half a serving. Other stuff I got some cooked broccoli here. Gotta get those greens in. I have 2 string cheeses. I love these things. Who doesn't like string cheese? Brings me back to when I was a kid. I got some Greek yogurt, light and fit. And then finally, I'll probably have 1 serving of these soy crisps. These are barbecue. These are awesome. Again, you'll find the macros on the screen, but this is what I'm having for my lunch. Well, as the title indicated, and as I mentioned, that was not a full day of eating. I did get lazy and did not record the rest, so I decided to just add that on to what my bench day was today. Now, this was a heavy bench day for me, so my goal here was just to work up to some heavy doubles or so. Started out here with 275. Now today, just like any other day that you've been seeing on these workout videos, I'm really trying to work on my form. I've been using the slingshot a lot, and I'll use that in this video here today, but I wanted to start without it. It really helps me keep my elbows in and generate more power coming off my chest, which is an area I really need to work on. Another thing I've been looking at today is my grip width here. You know, when I'm flaring out my elbows a little bit on these, it looks like my forearms aren't really perpendicular, so that's something to think about going forward. And speaking of grip, I decided to try this with my thumbs out. This is how I used to bench. It's kind of like a modified suicide grip. Wanted to see how it felt, as my bench, I feel like, used to be a lot stronger, so I wanted to see if this would make a difference. And as you can just see, I kind of scrapped that right in the middle of a working set. So I was like, you know what, fuck that, that's not helping me. So working up here, I think this set is at 305. I decided to throw the slingshot on for this, my first time using it today. And what you'll also notice is a little bit of those belly gains and the quad gains sticking through. A little bit off balance here, but that was all right, getting adjusted to the slingshot itself. So today I did 5 working sets. This was my 4th one. For my 5th one, I jumped up to 315. And I decided to kind of try to speed up my reps a little bit because I wanted to move this weight a little bit faster. Again, using the slingshot, which is going to help me do that. And I was able to get 5 reps with that, which I'm pretty happy about given my current weight of 217. With this too, using the slingshot, I feel like my arms and forearms are in a lot better position, so that's something I'm going to try to have to emulate better when I'm not using the slingshot. But like anything, it's just a work in progress. So after my main working sets of regular flat bench were done, I moved on to some assistance work, and I wanted to do some floor pressing today. This gave me a real good feeling in my traps and my shoulders, getting a lot more solid base with the floor itself and being able to kind of push my feet up. One of the things, again, that I'm going to try to work on with my bench also is just getting tighter overall. This really helps me emulate it here. So for this, I'm coming down and I'm pausing and I'm completely taking the tension off my chest a little bit before pressing and exploding back up. So I did 3 working sets of this of 8 reps each, sticking with 225, so I kept the weight static. Just didn't really want to record the rest because honestly it wasn't too different. So from there I moved on to 3 working sets for close grip bench press. You'll see my grip isn't necessarily overly close because that's going to put a lot of stress on your elbows and your wrists, but kept it with 225 here and really just working on getting that triceps working. So after 3 sets of that and a total of 11 working sets for bench, I wanted to do a little bit other work on the side, so I decided to do some side laterals here, just using 30 pounds. I did 3 sets of 10 reps. Typically with this cube method, your first lift of the day is to work on your main compound lift, then do some assistance work and also some bodybuilding type work. So depending on what the day is for cube, whether it's explosive, reps, or maybe even heavy, you then go to more bodybuilding higher rep work. So 3 sets of 10, again, only filmed the first one. After that, I did 3 sets of 50 of these band press downs. Initially, I was going to do 100 sets like I've done in the past, but my triceps were really burning by this point. And although the resistance on this isn't a ton, honestly, give this a try sometimes at the end of your workouts, and I think you'll find it's a good way to finish things off. So if you want to watch to the end, you can. There's not going to be anything at the end of this video, just me doing a bunch of these and walking away. I appreciate you guys watching. Hope you guys all have a good weekend. I'll try to add some more variety in the videos coming up this week. I know I've done a lot of workout videos, but honestly, I haven't had time to do much else. So in the meantime, as always, thanks for watching and stay big.